all to the lecture video session on Module 5 Project Management. We have discussed a lot about the entrepreneurship, the incentives and then the schemes that are provided in order to boost the entrepreneurship. What are the support systems that have been provided by the government of India and other financial institutions to promote the entrepreneurship, self-sustainability? What are the important components or the functions of management? And after discussing all this, after understanding what exactly is required to establish entrepreneurial sector or entrepreneurial venture, then we can discuss about how to manage a project. In this particular module, we are discussing about what is exactly a project is, how to classify the projects, and what are the objectives and the characteristics of the project, and what is the importance of having establishing a project, what is exactly the project life cycle, and what is capital budgeting, because finance is very very important. After all, a business has to have the profit, then only it can sustain. So we need to understand what is the financing part of it, that is the capital budgeting, generating an investment project proposal, and how to write a project report, what are the contents that are required, what the financial institution would look forward when we take this project proposal in order to get the finance from the financial institution, and how to evaluate a project, and how to select the best idea out of all the available or the opportunity or the best opportunities that are available, how to get the project financing, and which are the ways and the means, and how to implement a project, and what are the phases that are involved in the project, what are the human aspects of it, and what are the administrative aspects of it, and also why both of them are very very important in order to have a successful project management in place, and what are the prerequisites of a successful project, how do we feel, how do we have the confidence that the project would be a successful project at the time of implementation or at the time of plan, and what are the controlling techniques that we can exert in order to have the project a successful one, what are the new techniques, and in this we will discuss about the techniques like PERT, CPM, and what are the steps involved in developing the network, and then the networking techniques. And we will also compare the PERT, that is the program evaluation review techniques, and then the critical path method, which are the well-known two methods in order to evaluate a project. And we will compare, and then we will see that where exactly both of them are going to fit in. And we will also see what are the advantages and the limitations of PERT and CPM. This is the overall view of this particular project management module 5, and we will take it one by one. And we must understand that when we speak about a project, what is a project? How exactly this has derived from the industrialization era. Industrialization is a process which accelerated the economic growth. It was it is a process which accelerated the economic growth, and also it changed the entire structure, and it accelerated it has its own effects, growth effects on the changes in the economy. And particularly when we speak about the industrialization, it is with respect to the resource utilization, production functions, and then the income generation part of it, and the occupational pattern, and also the population distribution, and also the most important one is the foreign trade and the investments, and that has whatever the social changes that has induced, that also we are going to discuss about it. Because when we see the eminent politicians like Jawaharlal Nehru ji, who emphasized that real progress must ultimately it should depend upon the industrialization. And throughout the world, industrialization has indeed become a magic word of in the mid 20th century. And industrialization is brought about by the well-trained entrepreneurs. We can see Tata ji, Jamshedji Tata ji, and we can see all these eminent people who are the entrepreneurs, early entrepreneurs who did this change. So entrepreneurship is one of the most important factors and in the industrialization process, and industrialization is the process which brought the economic growth in the country. So when we think about the project, it is an endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, services, or result. So the project management goes around a project, and it is the project is temporary in nature, and the temporary nature of the project always denotes a definite beginning and a definite closing. So when the project is said to be in place, it institutes a temporary endeavor, and it is undertaken for a cause or to create a unique product, and the end is always reached when the project objectives have been met. And or we can also say that the project can be terminated when it fails in order to meet the objectives, and the project may no longer exist also because of some of the problems in the policies or procedures, or due to any kind of interim problem that it may undergo. So the project is a whole complex of activities which is involved in using the resources to gain the benefits. When the project is terminated because of the objectives that cannot be met, then the project is said to be unsuccessful. So let's understand our project in its life cycle. Project will have different phases in order to say that it has got a life cycle. So there should be a different life cycle. The life cycle of the project has to be defined in the different phases. So the project life cycle can also be said as the development phases, which starts from the initiation. When we see the project life cycle here, it starts from the initiation, and then with the initiation it goes to the closure through the different phases. Initiation goes with the project setup. So basically it is divided into 4 phases. Initiation phase will also go in the beginning. So as the name itself says that project phase, it represents a path to the project which takes it from the beginning to the ending. So generally it is referred as a project life cycle. So when we say that the initiation phase is the first phase, then during the first phase, the initiation which of all these phases, which is called as the initiation phase, the project objectives have to be stated, or the need has to be identified, and this can be a business problem or a new opportunity that is coming up. An appropriate response to this opportunity has to be set, and it could be a business case, or it could be through a solution. So the need has to be identified, and then it has to be documented as a business case. So when a feasibility study is done, it is when it is conducted to investigate whether the idea that is located or identified is the strongest idea that is available, or the business case has got the longevity, it is not just a temporary one in nature, then it can be taken up as the initiation phase, and the objective has to be stated, and then finally a recommended solution should also be determined at this phase. Once the recommended solution is approved, then a project is initiated to deliver the approved solution, and a project manager has to be appointed in order to go from the objective to the final solution. So the major deliverables and then the participating work group have to be identified once the project manager is identified in order to take up the project, in order to launch the project. So once this is done, second phase is the planning phase. During the planning phase, the design and then the planning of the project has to be done. So this is the next phase of the initiation phase. When we do this, the project solution is further developed, and this is disintegrated into different solutions, that is the different stages, in order to provide the solution, and as much as detailing as possible has to be done in order to achieve to the solution and to identify where exactly the challenges would come during the implementation stage. So the planning has to be done in order to meet the project objectives, and the detailing has to be done in order to provide the solution and to meet the solution right from the initiation. So in this step, the team identifies all the work that has to be done, and then they're starting from the identification phase to the ending up of the launching of the project. And once it is there, the strategy has to be developed in order to meet the objective. So this is also referred as the scope management, and a project plan is created in order to outline the activities that will be undertaken during this planning phase. So once the planning phase is done, the project manager will coordinate with the project coordinator, project manager coordinate for labor, and then the human resources, and then the finance, and the equipments that is required. All these will be planned by the project manager, and they will coordinate, the project manager will coordinate in preparing the project budget by providing the estimates of all this. So once the estimate is ready, then the project has to be monitored properly for the planned cost and then the execution cost. And once this control on the expenditure is well in place, then the project will not overrun with respect to the cost and then the time. So once this project has been identified, the work, and then the work is prepared, and then the schedule is prepared, and then estimated cost will also be prepared. And once the estimated cost and then the estimations are ready, and the time has to be identified, the excellent time has to be identified in order to execute the project, and all the preparation work has to be done at this stage itself. And we should also see to it that if there is any threat for the unsuccessful towards the successful implementation of the project has to be identified. And once this is done, a quality plan has to be documented and the plan has to be freezed towards the implementation. And quality targets have to be fixed by the project manager, and then the assurance and then the control means have to be identified, and along with the acceptance plan listing the criteria, it has to be floated to the different people who are going to execute the plan. And the customer acceptance have to be approved with respect to the plan that is prepared, and then the estimate that is to be prepared. And at this point of time, the threat to the project has to be identified so that there will not be any kind of delays, anticipated delays in the project. And once the planning phase is done, then it is going to be the implementation phase and then the closing phase. With this, we are going to conclude this lecture video. See you all in the next lecture video with the other two part of the project life cycle, that is the implementation phase and then the closing phase. Thank you everyone.